Hi, it's Lori from Coast to Coast Craft Girls coming to you from the West Coast. Today I wanted to share a card that I made. It's a very classically elegant card, I think. And it goes together relatively quickly. It's not other than poking out all the bits from your die. It's using the Crafter's Companion Radiant Rose layered floral elements and an older frame die that from Crafter's Companion as well. So let me show you how it's made. So we start with, I cut this into, it's a 5x7 card, and I cut it into Centura Pearl. And this is white with a hint of gold, I believe. And basically, I just cut a piece. This is about 5x7 1/4. And I'm just going to take this die, and this is the center panel die, which cuts this sort of lattice work. And this is the outside frame. They're two different dies, so you need to get them in and get them sort of arranged on your cardstock so that you have a nice even border. Okay, so I've got all my bits poked out. And then what I did is I flipped it over and I used the same cardstock to cover up the back. And then I insert a piece of, this is a black shimmer card, over half of it. And I just put it in like that just to give it that look of black on the one side and white on the other, because I thought that gave it, that offset the rose, especially that red rose, as such a classic element. And the black and white just looked really classy. So I'm going to go ahead and put this black card on there, and it's going to cover up sort of 4 sections here. So I'm just going to run some glue down. What I really wanted was kind of the look of a inset panel, but I really liked this die. And so by putting the same cardstock just right behind it, it gives you that sense of texture, but without a look of the color. And I liked that. So that gives you the sense of a black panel on the card, but then you've got the texture on the white side. So I liked that. And I think the black and the white just goes so perfectly with that classically elegant red rose. Now you could cut this piece down and just cover up the other half if you wanted. I already had a piece cut that size, so that's why I did it that way. And then to mount this on my 5x7 card, I used foam tape. And if you put foam tape around the edges, make sure you put some in the middle so that your inside doesn't sag. Okay. So I'll put foam tape all the way around the edges. And then just put a couple strips down the middle, because you don't want that center section to sag at all. And then I always use a little bit of wet glue on top of my foam tape, in case, because if you don't put the wet glue on, sometimes the foam tape can dry up and it'll just pop right off. So I got my 5x7, it's just a plain white 5x7 card base. And you can put your black on either side, but I liked it on this side, so. And the wet glue also gives you just a minute to get it in the right spot, so before you're ripping your card apart to get it apart. Okay, and now all we have to do is our rose. So let me show you how I did that. It's the, as I said, it's the Crafter's Companion Layered Radiant Rose. This die is not, here's all the pieces, not intuitively obvious how all these pieces go together. So what I did is I watched the Crafter's Companion launch video where they made this rose, and I actually took a Sharpie and wrote the numbers on the backs of the dies in the order that they go. So this is the base, and then it's 2, and then my pieces are still in the dies. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then as you take one piece at a time, you can see this one goes right there because it matches up. Now, I colored mine, and I just did a little bit of inking on from the bottom of each petal up in a dark red. So I used the Bordeaux water reactive ink, and I'm just going to take and put it at the bottom of each of the petals as I put it on. And the reason I'm doing it as I put it on is because I'm not exactly sure where they go, so which side to ink, and I don't want to get them confused, so I want to keep them with the die. The other thing that I did is I just kind of shape each petal a little bit, and then I only put glue at the very base of the petal, just right there, not all the way up. And then line it up and stick just that part down. And that gives it the sense of a little bit of movement. So then we go to petal 3. And again, you look for where it goes. It lines up right there. You can see that point lines up there. So I'm going to take my Bordeaux again. And I'm going to deepen the edges and the base of that petal. I'm going to shape the edges. Put glue just on the bottom. Line it up. It goes on just like that. Okay. Go to 4, and we just keep going with each of them in exactly the same way. Bring our card back in. Oh, I gotta put my stem on. And my calyx. And then I personally like mine with 2 sets of leaves. So I usually cut the leaves twice. And then I kind of attach them a lot of times in 2 spots. Once on the first leaf and once on the stem. I don't know, I just like it that way. Okay. Then I used my 3D glue gel to put the flower on the card. And I need to refill my syringe, so do it this way. Just kind of line it up where you want it. And then for a sentiment on this one, I used a Celebrate sentiment with the background, and then I definitely like lifting that sentiment up on some foam pads or foam tape or something. And we're just going to put it right over the top of that stem. Just like that. And you're done. Pretty simple to do. It's just a classically elegant card. I love the way it looks and really fun to make. Thanks for watching.